Ever wondered why your cactus seems more responsive than your partner? Well, you might just be cultivating the wrong kind of connection. Relationships, much like our prickly friends, can be a bit complex. At times, they're as easy to navigate as a maze designed by a hyperactive squirrel, and other times they're as clear as a crystal. You see, it's not uncommon to find yourself feeling like you're trying to coax a conversation out of a particularly stubborn rock. Or maybe you're feeling more like a tightrope walker, trying to balance your partner's love for action movies with your desperate need for a rom-com. And let's not forget about those times when it feels like you're a detective in a crime drama, trying to decipher cryptic, one-word responses. But fear not, dear listeners, for the solution is often simpler than you might think. Remember, even a cactus needs the right environment to thrive, and so does your relationship. In the world of plants, we all know that sunlight, water, and nutrients are essential. But what does a healthy relationship need to grow? Well, let's take a journey into the Garden of Connection, where we'll unearth the 3 essential nutrients for a flourishing relationship: understanding, communication, and respect. First, we have understanding. Imagine, if you will, a sunflower trying to grow in a shady corner. It's not going to do well, right? Similarly, understanding your partner's needs, strengths, and weaknesses is like giving your relationship the right amount of sunshine. You wouldn't expect a cactus to survive in the Arctic, just like you wouldn't expect your partner to always enjoy your marathon Star Trek sessions. It's about recognizing that we're all different, and that's okay. Next up, we have communication. It's like the water for your relationship plant. Too little and your plant might wither. Too much and you might drown it. Striking a balance is key. Imagine if plants could talk. They wouldn't be screaming for water 24/7, right? They'd ask for just the right amount when they need it. So take a leaf out of their book. Communicate effectively, not excessively. Finally, we have respect. Think of it as the nutrient-rich soil that gives your relationship its foundation. Without it, your relationship, won't be able to stand tall and strong. It's like trying to grow a mighty oak tree in sand. It's simply not going to happen. Respect each other's individuality, boundaries, and quirks. After all, a garden is much more beautiful with a variety of plants, not just roses. So, there you have it, the 3 key ingredients to cultivate a blooming relationship: understanding, communication, and respect. And remember, just as you wouldn't overwater a succulent, you shouldn't overwhelm your partner with too much of anything, be it affection, attention, or avocado toast. Okay, so now we know that relationships are a bit more complex than potting a plant. But how exactly do we cultivate this connection? Well, imagine your relationship as a garden. You've got the soil ready, you've planted the seeds, and now it's time to nurture them. Let's explore some practical steps to improve the connection, or in our garden analogy, help the seeds sprout and grow. First up, spending quality time together. This is like watering your garden. You can't just sprinkle a little water once a month and expect roses. Similarly, you can't just hang out with your partner during commercial breaks and expect a deep connection. It's about making the time, even when life gets busy. Maybe it's a weekly date night, or perhaps it's a daily ritual of sharing a cup of coffee in the morning. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not try synchronized toothbrushing? Just be careful not to use their toothbrush by mistake. Trust me, it's not the kind of surprise they'll appreciate. Next, active listening. This is the sunshine that helps your garden grow. Being present and truly hearing what your partner is saying shows them that they matter to you. It's not just about waiting for your turn to speak, but genuinely understanding their perspective. Think of it as a game of guess the emotion. The winner gets a lifetime supply of love and understanding. Finally, showing appreciation. This is the fertilizer that enriches your garden. Saying thank you or acknowledging your partner's efforts can make a world of difference. It's like telling your plants, "Good job on that photosynthesis, keep it up." A little appreciation goes a long way, and it doesn't have to be a grand gesture. A simple note, a favorite meal, or even just a heartfelt compliment can do the trick. Remember, it's the thought that counts, not the price tag. And remember, just like a stubborn weed, bad habits are hard to get rid of, but with patience and persistence, you can cultivate a connection that's as beautiful as a well-tended garden. Great, you've planted the seeds of connection, but a gardener's job isn't over after planting, right? So what's next? Well, let's stay with the gardening metaphor for a moment. Imagine if you planted a seed and then just left it. You didn't water it, didn't give it sunlight, and didn't protect it from pests. what would happen? You've got it. That seed wouldn't grow into a beautiful plant. It would wither and die. Now, think about your relationships in the same way. You've planted the seeds of connection, but if you don't nurture them, they won't flourish. They may even wither and die, and that's a sad thought. So, how do you nurture your relationships? It boils down to two things: consistency and effort. Consistency is like watering your plant. It's about showing up for the person again and again. It's about saying, hey, I'm here for you, rain or shine, in good times and bad. It's about being a rock they can lean on, a shoulder they can cry on, a cheerleader when they need encouragement. Effort, on the other hand, is like giving your plant sunlight. It's about actively participating in the relationship, not just being a passive bystander. It's about putting in the time, energy, and emotional labor to make the relationship work. It's about doing little things that show you care, like sending a funny meme, planning a surprise date, or just asking about their day. And let's not forget about the common relationship mistakes. Like the gardener who overwaters their plant, we can smother our relationships with too much attention. Or like the gardener who neglects their plant, we can starve our relationships of the care they need to thrive. So next time you're struggling with your relationship, remember, it's not a cactus. It doesn't thrive on neglect. Give it some love, some time, and a little bit of that green thumb. Now that you've understood the basics of cultivating and maintaining relationships, it's time to put it into practice. Remember, relationships are like plants. They need consistent care and effort to thrive. But don't worry, you don't have to be a natural-born gardener to make your relationship bloom. It's about learning, growing, and adapting. And that's where we come in. We're here to help you navigate the complex world of human connections, one video at a time. Each video is a step towards becoming 1% better in your relationships each day. So, if you find value in what we do, consider subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you'll be the first to know when we release new content, and you'll join a community of people who are committed to growing their relationships. Don't let your relationships wither away due to neglect. Give them the love, time, and care they deserve. And remember, it's never too late to start. So why not start today? Click on another one of our videos to continue your journey towards nurturing healthier, happier relationships. Trust us, your future self will thank you for it.